Nice. So let's go. So this is one of the problems of LeetCode. It is called valent palindrome. So let's read the description. So a phrase is a palindrome after convert all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and remove all non-alphanumeric characters. It reads the same forward and backward. Alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. So like this guy here, a semicolon, anything related, they're not alphanumeric. All right. So given a string, return true if it is palindrome or false otherwise. So the example one, a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. The output here is true because if I read this forward, if I read forward and compare to backward, it's gonna be the same thing. So that's why it's palindrome. This one is false, it's not a palindrome, and this guy is true because S is an empty string. After remove no alphanumeric cut, since an empty string read the same forward and backward, it is a palindrome. All right, cool. So here, first of all, we the first thing that I have to do, it's pretty much removing the white space, uh, actually the empty space here, and removing the white the non-alphanumeric characters like this guy, and here, and convert everything into lowercase. Oh, okay. Oh, I can just convert to uppercase. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I have to do that. So for that, I have to. I think like the first thing that I have to do is basically remove this guy here. So for that, I'm gonna use a string builder because I'm gonna iterate through all elements and I'm gonna identify if they are a digiter or a letter. So with char, we have a method that can do that. So basically, I'm gonna create a variable called sp. I'm gonna instantiate a string builder like this, and I'm gonna iterate through um, all elements in S, right? And um, I will call a method call. I will call the method. Let me see here. If if char, I think if char is digit or letter. So if char is digit or letter, so I gonna append. I gonna append. So char actually sb dot append the value. So here, as a result, what is gonna return for me? As a result, I'm gonna remove pretty much this guy, and this guy here. But like the next step, I have to remove the empty space and convert everything into lowercase. So here, I'm gonna create another variable, which I'm calling word, right? Oh, I can say word without white space. Actually, empty space, um, and in lowercase. Doesn't really matter. So here the s will be sb dot to string because I have to convert to string. I'm gonna call to lower, and I'm gonna replace all white space like this with a string like this. Cool. So yeah, so here I pretty much have this kind of thing. So I'm gonna have this guy. So basically what I have to do, I'm gonna have pretty much to compare if this guy here is equal to this guy. I'm gonna compare, like I'm gonna have a left pointer. This one I'm gonna use 2 pointers, right? And 2 pointers, the idea of 2 pointers are gonna have a pointer in the left in the beginning of my array, and another one in the last element of my array. And I'm gonna compare, and I'm gonna move my left pointer to the right side, and my right pointer to the right side until they met each other. When they met each other and I doesn't find any value that are different, like every time I'm gonna compare the left pointer with the right pointer. If one of them are different, they are not definitely they are not a palindrome. If doesn't if I doesn't reach this condition, definitely will be a palindrome. So basically, this is pretty much what I have to do. So here I'm gonna create a left variable. Here gonna be 0, which is the left pointer, and another one which is the right pointer. That will be the sp dot length, right, -1, because I want to this guy here, this guy. So I'm gonna create a while left is less than right, because if it's less than right, or if it is equal to right, they're gonna stop. So here I'm gonna pretty much compare if actually one thing here, a bit like this instead, right? So if this guy here left in the position of left, so like the first guy, is different from the last element, so I'm gonna return man, let me just rename this. It will make my work easy like this. Cool. So if it is different, so I'm gonna return false. If not, I'm gonna remove the left to the right side. So I'm gonna move to the right actually, and the right guy is gonna move to the left, right? One day they're gonna meet each other, and this is why I'm gonna stop. If it pass through all of these and doesn't reach this condition here, so I'm gonna return true, so it's gonna be a palindrome. Let me submit this and see the result. String, here's because I forgot the G character here. So let me see one more time. Okay, probably char doesn't contain definition digit or letter. Probably because I pretty much forgot the exactly name. But there is a method called is digit or letter. Let me search is digit or letter char C#. Let me see the exactly name. Oh, is letter or digit instead. So let me replace, let me run and see the result. Okay, name C doesn't contain the current context. Okay, so here will be X instead. And there it is. So let me submit to see if pass all unit tests. Very nice. So it was accepted. It has almost 500 test case. It passed pretty much everything. So like the big O here is gonna be O of n, right? Because I'm iterating through all elements in S, and I have a while here. So that's why it's gonna be O of n, right? I'm using string builder because the string builder, it had a kind of buffer, and every time that I'm painting a value, I'm not creating a new string, because if I use, for example, concat or this operation here plus equal, and like pretty much doing this, for example, sb plus equal x. If I do this, every time that I do this, this is gonna create a new string. So I'm gonna copy all elements and I'm gonna append a new character into the string that I created. So this is not performatic at all. In this operation, gonna be n times squared. So that's why for large strings, it's not recommended to use this kind of operation. It's really recommended to use string builder, because string builder not gonna create a new string every time. It's gonna pretty much append into this string builder here. So that's why I choose this, and that's why this is O of n instead of O times squared instead. So that's pretty much it.